This conference will now be recorded.
So even though you are working in a software company, you need to imagine you are running a business. The reason behind, if you want to understand ERP, you need to imagine like you are working for a client or you are running a business. Example like a software company, sorry, electronic company. Okay, so electronic items you are purchasing and you are selling. You are purchasing and you are selling electronics items. Any electronics items you are purchasing and selling. If you imagine that one, it will be easy to understand uh, to understand this ERP. Not only Dynamics AX, any ERP. Any ERP, if you want to understand, first thing you need to imagine like you are running a business. So the best example like washing machines you are purchasing and you are selling. Then here you are purchasing material. This purchasing of the material is purchase process. And whenever you are purchasing means these organizations are called vendors or suppliers. And once you purchased, you are going to sell these items to different customers. Then it is sales process. So purchasing and sales, and then inventory management, product information management, all these things are part of trade and logistics. Part of trade and logistics. Okay, fine. So once this is trade and logistics is discussion more about material, means whatever you are purchasing, whatever you are selling, and how many items are in your warehouse, all those things will be talked about trade and logistics. Whereas once you received material, you need to pay money to the vendors. So you need to pay money vendors means that is accounts payable, and you need to receive money from the customers means it is accounts receivable. So you are discussing about commercials, money, how much amount I need to receive, how much amount I have to pay. All those things is a part of finance. So accounts payable, accounts receivable, and then cash and bank management. Cash and bank management means here, if you are doing business means definitely the payments will be in terms of bank bank transactions. So to understand about that one, we need to understand cash and bank management. Next, general ledger means the after completion of this business, you need to verify how much amount as a profit or loss you need to calculate. So for that, we need to understand general ledger module. And then fixed assets means suppose to run your business, you need to have some assets, a kind of building, laptops, uh, furnitures. There are so many things you need to maintain in your company. That is fixed assets. And budgeting means to control on expenditure, we need budgeting. So accounts payable, accounts receivable, cash and bank, general ledger, fixed assets, budgeting. These are the 6 major modules you are learning. And along with that one, there are sub modules. One is credit and corrections, tax and consolidation. These 9 modules you are going to learn in finance. Okay, fine. So last Friday we learned about purchase process. So purchase process, there are so many things inside. There are many things, but I am explaining you only very small steps. Purchase order creation. Purchase order creation means you are giving an order to the vendor. You are giving an order to the vendor. Here, this is your like you are running your business. This one, and you are giving an order to the vendor, that is purchase order. And then purchase order confirmation is mandatory in the step. Actually, in the Dynamics AX, confirmation is mandatory in the purchase order process. Next, product receipt. Product receipt means here you are receiving the material from the vendor. Once you have given an order to the vendor, you are receiving material from the vendor. So in this, on hand inventory will be increased. Product receipt means on hand inventory will be increased. Next, invoice received from the vendor. So the financial postings will be happened here. Purchase order creation means you are giving an order to the vendor. Product receipt means you are receiving the material. So on hand inventory will be increased. Invoice means the financial postings will be updated. So this is simplest purchase order process. There are so many steps inside in the purchase order process. Before actually, like before confirmation, there are so many steps. And between confirmation and product receipt, there are some more steps also is there. I will discuss with you that one later. So first you need to concentrate on these simple steps. Purchase order creation. Confirmation is mandatory, means it is validating the budget funds internally, whether the budget funds are available or not. It will be validated, that is confirmation. And then product receipt and then invoice. In the same manner, if it is a sales order process, sales order creation, sales order creation, sales order confirmation is available, it is not mandatory, it is optional. It is optional. Next, packing slip. Here packing slip means it is on hand inventory will be decreased. So here dispatching the material, you are dispatching the material. That dispatching of the material is called packing slip in the system. Of course, for this one there are so many words, synonyms. Business people, they will use the word different words. One is DC, they will use a lot about this word DC. DC means delivery challan, or DO, delivery order, or delivery note. These are business people, they will use the word. Majority countries, they will use the word DC, delivery challan, or delivery order, delivery note, or simply issue. All are synonyms, to be frankly, that is business words. So in our system, it is called packing slip. And then invoice generation. Invoice generation to the customer. You need to generate invoice and you need to submit to the customer. That is, once again, financial postings will be happened in this one. Okay, sales order process and purchase order process is more about trade and logistics. Of course, this purchase order creation will be done by purchase department, and then product receipt is done by executed by stores department, and invoicing will be executed by finance department. In the same manner, sales order creation will be done by sales and marketing department or sales departments, and a dispatch will be executed by stores department, and invoice generation will be done by finance department. So there are different departments involved in the real-time scenario. Okay, last time or last Friday we learned this one, and let me show you now sales order process quickly in the system. Okay, in between there are so many steps inside. Those steps you will understand later. Actually, inside we have picking list, and then picking list registration, it is available. So what is this? You will understand later, not now. In the same manner, here also receipt list, then registration. These also available in the system, that you will understand later. Okay, if it is advanced warehouse management, in between there are so many steps. It will create work order and then shipment. There is so many things inside it is there. So all those things you will understand later. So at this point you are learning very short process, minimum process you are learning. Okay, let me show in the system, and if you have any doubts we'll discuss. So to understand about sales order process, we need to go to sales and marketing module. So modules here in this sales and marketing, collapse all, sales orders, all sales orders. So let me write down the path for sales order. It is in sales and marketing, sales orders, all sales orders. So actually we have search button. You can click on here and you can learn this one, but don't practice with this. System will propose you, will show you where it is available. If you want sales order, where it is available, it will show you. But don't practice on this one. Try to learn from menu items. Then you will get command on the process. Means on the system, if you want to get command, you need to do this one only. Don't use this function. Okay. Once you are practiced and once you learned, you can use this one. But to habituate this application, better to use always the little bit lengthy process, but it is better always. You can learn this application easily and you can get control on this application if you learn these paths. Okay, so once it is open, there is here, these are tabs. These are tabs. Okay, there are so many tabs are there. Okay, and you need to click on new button. You need to click on new button. Okay, from this drop down you need to select customer organizations. The customer accounts or customer organizations you can select. So while doing practicing this one, okay, don't select the first customer DE001. In your demo data you will find first customer is DE001. Please don't select DE001. You can select any other customers. The reason behind in this DE001, it is intercompany setups are there. Intercompany stock transfer you don't know at this point, so you will get problems or issues if you are selecting DE001. Don't select this one, select US001 for practicing purpose. That you will understand DE001, what is that, you will understand later. Okay, and then you can select warehouse here. Site and warehouse is mandatory, you need to select, click OK. So sales order number, from where it is coming, and currency, there are many things you will understand later one by one. First you have selected the customer account or customer organization, and then you have selected site and warehouse and click OK. So let me go to another browser, product information management, products, released products, released products. So in your demo system also you will find 1000 item, 1000 item. Okay, you can go to manage inventory, on hand inventory. So you can select now item 1000, this is the item number. Of course, search name is 1001, but item number is 1000. For this warehouse 11, we have 59 quantity physical inventory, and on order is 6. On order is 6. Now the customer has given me an order for 5 quantity. Suppose he has given, that means sales order means I have received an order from the customer. So I have received an order for 5 quantity. Suppose I have received an order from the customer 5 quantity. Give me a second, it is saving.
Satya,
Yes, please.
for a purchase order,
Yeah.
PR is the triggering point. Uh,
Ah,
Similarly, for the sales order,
yeah.
what is the triggering point?
So lead and opportunity. Lead and opportunity is the starting point. Okay.
So, will we get any mail confirmation from customers or any other confirmation that so much quantity is required, like that?
So
Any
there is
confirmation?
a lead, and then from lead we can create opportunity. From opportunity you can create a quotation. From the quotation you can do the confirmation and send, and then sales order will be created. So the starting point for sales process is lead and opportunity.
Okay, okay, thank you.
Like purchase order process, it is PR. Here it is lead and opportunity. Okay, fine. So now if I'm refreshing here, it was became 11. Here this is on order means sales order quantity. On order means sales order quantity. Ordered in total means purchase order quantity. Okay, so I have created a sales order, means I have received an order from the customer for 5 quantity. So it is whatever I have entered on order, like sales order quantity, that quantity will be shown here as on order. Now sales order confirmation is available but not mandatory. So what is the purpose of this confirmation of sales order? I will discuss with you later. Now I am doing packing slip, post packing slip. So you can select all quantity. So in your practicing, it may be selected like picked or deliver now. Then it will throw error message. Please select all. Please select all. Then automatically, if you scroll down, the line details are available here, and you can click on OK. So in real time scenario, if it is a sales order process, means you are initiating the documents always. You are initiating the document. So it is telling like you are about to post the document without printing, because in real time scenario it should be printed. So it is a warning message, kind of warning message. I'm continuing okay, because I'm not really running business. So if you are running your business, definitely you need to take a printout and you need to submit this document to your customer through transporter truck or whatever it may be. Okay, whenever you are sending this material to the customer through some truck or some transporter or something, so packing slip should be generated and given to the whoever is like taking material and sending to the reaching to the customer. That auto or truck or whatever it may be, that driver or someone will carry this document to the customer. Okay, now if you verify on hand inventory, if you refresh, then it will become 54. So stock will be deducted. Stock will be deducted at the time of packing slip. Okay, next invoice. Generate invoice button. So invoice here, you are doing invoice means it is financial postings. In this, you can select all or packing slip. You can select all or packing slip. Either one you can select, no issues. Click OK. So once again, it is asking to print out, take a printout. Of course, I'm clicking OK. In real time scenario, you need to take a printout and you need to submit this document to the customer. So once it is posted, you can verify. Earlier, we have clicked on invoice tab, generate area page, invoice button. Here you have generated. So now once it is posted, you can see journals, invoice. You can click on voucher. You can see the postings, debits and credits. You can observe here. So this debits and credits will be handled by finance consultant. What is debited and what is credited. Okay, I will discuss with you on this one after some time. What is debit and what is credit. So what is the profit and everything will be calculated. Yeah, any doubts in this process? Any clarifications needed in this sales process? Simplest process. There are so many things you need to learn. Simply you learned sales order creation, packing slip and invoice. Any questions in this one? No questions. I think it is clear. So I'm just muting everyone. Okay, if any questions, please unmute and please discuss. So let me show you quickly the purchase order process also. Last week, whatever we have discussed. Okay.
Satya,
Yes, please.
whether the logistics part will come into picture?
Sorry, come again.
Logistics, that is a delivery part, that is a logistics used to for delivering the material to the customer.
Okay.
Will that be in this portion, or it is exclusive
You
of
mean
this?
to say logistics means, can you please elaborate? It is a big word.
Yes, of course. Sorry, logistics. Just what I am referring to logistics here is
Hmm.
delivering the material, consignment, delivering the
Hmm.
consignment to the customer, from the
Okay.
warehouse to the customer.
Yeah. So that is
Uh,
simplest way is packing slip. Yeah. What exactly your expectations?
my expectation is whether that logistics part is included or it is being separated from this.
So
Uh,
see here whether you are dispatching locally or international.
yes, yes, exactly. Okay.
So if it
Assume
is
internationally. Assume international. Locally means the process will be simple.
yeah,
International.
exactly. So if it is exports, it is different scenario. So it will be country to country, it will be vary.
Mm-hmm.
Country to country, it will be vary. There are different formats.
Yes.
Okay.
Is
If you want,
mm.
yeah, if you want, I can give you high level inputs about India, but I cannot teach you each and every country localization. So that is
Oh,
whenever you are implementing in a country, then that localizations will be there.
mhm.
If you go here, give me a second. This one. For D365 localizations, there are many countries localizations are there. Each country will have different localizations. So Dynamics 365 has these many localizations. Okay, it is depending upon which country you are implementing. Based on that, it will be changed. I cannot teach you all these things. I myself is not expert in these all areas. I know some countries localizations, but not all countries. So one person cannot learn all country localizations. It is depends whenever you got opportunity to work with implementations, you will learn all these things. Is it clear, Magesh?
Yeah, Satya, got it clear. But in India localization, is there any separate part for logistics?
So yes, it is available in the system. I'm not going to teach you complete process. I will give you high level inputs if you want.
Okay,
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 I'm not going to teach you all localizations. I will guide you, like I will give you high level inputs about Indian localizations.
okay.
Okay.
Is there any separate tab is there in the application, like for
You
like
can
purchase
you can
orders?
click on you can click on here. You will understand Indian localizations. There are many things inside. It is not only one.
Okay,
So there will be a lot of information. It will be there. So look at this one. Each country has different localization. Okay.
okay, Satya.
Yeah. Fine. So let me go to the application. So let us understand purchase order process once again, and then we'll go to the new topic once again today. So purchase order means you can go to procurement and sourcing module, purchase orders, all purchase orders.
Satya,
Yes, please.
actually, my question is like what we are going to do configuration for purchase order and sales order. Is there any configuration setup for logistics or part? That is my basic question. That is the
Okay.
bottom line of
So
my question.
so those things it will be covered not now. I cannot cover now. So as I told you, like
Okay.
currently, so we are focusing on this one transaction.
Okay. Okay.
After that, you are going to learn masters. After that, you are going to learn setups and configurations.
Okay.
Definitely, we need to understand a lot.
Okay.
So then parameters, then sample company creation process.
Okay.
So this is indirectly it is a sample project you are going to learn, and
Mhm.
parameters and setups and configurations, and then you are going to do all the transactions in that company.
Okay.
That you are going to learn after some time, not now.
Okay, sir.
So
Thank you.
if you are not sure about the transactions, it is very difficult to understand all these things. So that is the reason my way of teaching is like this.
Yeah, understood. Yes, got your point.
Okay,
Thank you, Satya.
you're welcome. Fine. Let me go to this. today. Okay, now let us understand purchase order process quickly, and then we'll go to the new topic. So if you want to do a purchase order process, go to procurement and sourcing module, purchase orders, all purchase orders. So here also there are so many tabs. This is purchase order tab, purchase tab, manage tab, receive tab, invoice tab. There are so many things. So you need to click on new button. These are three buttons: edit button, new button, delete button. So you need to click on new button. Select the vendor organization. So you are giving an order. This is purchase order, means you are giving an order to the vendor. Select the vendor account. Select the vendor account means to which vendor you are giving an order, that you need to select. So address is automatically populated here, and then purchase order number is coming automatically. So from where it is coming, you will understand. That is also setups and configurations. Purchase order number, from where it is coming, you need to understand. And here I'm selecting site and warehouse. Click OK.
Hello, sir.
Yes, please.
If it is a new vendor, we can create
Yeah.
the new vendor.
Yes, we can create. Yes, we can create.
Okay, thank you.
So that is from here in a procurement and sourcing module only. You have vendors and all vendors. You can create. You can click on here and you can create vendors. So we'll discuss that one later, definitely. So now I'm selecting item 1000. Suppose 3 quantity. Now here it is showing ordered in total 88. Once it is entered and saved, now if you refresh, it will show you ordered in total becomes 91. This is purchase order quantity. Ordered in total means purchase order quantity. On order means sales order quantity. Fine. Once it is created, if you want to do product receipt, you cannot do product receipt. The reason behind mandatory process is confirmation. So you can go to this generate tab, confirmation, and you can take a printout of this confirmation. So this is process mandatory. This is mandatory. So if you want to take a printout, you can select this print purchase order checkbox. Okay, I'm not selecting. Click OK. So confirmation is mandatory in the purchase order process. Now the status will be changed to confirmed. The status will be changed to confirmed. So still it is same. There will not be any change in the on hand inventory. It is purchase order is open order. Now I'm going to this receive tab, generate area page, product receipt. So whenever you are receiving product, whenever you are receiving the material, this one is vendor dispatch document number. Means this vendor is dispatching the material to me. Then here the dispatch document number should be generated by the vendor. That number I need to enter. So here it is manual entry only, because I'm not sure if I'm receiving material from this vendor, what is the number he is giving, and if I'm receiving material from this vendor, what is the number he is giving. If I'm receiving from this vendor, then what is the number he is generating, I'm not sure. So that is the reason it is manual entry only, and it is mandatory. You need to enter product receipt number. I'm entering this some number. So while practicing, it is a dummy number, but in real time scenario, it is a very important number. And then document date. It is, if it is generated on today only, you can enter this one. If it is yesterday it was generated, you can select yesterday date. Okay, this is we are generating date, and this product receipt and the document date is vendor dispatch document date and vendor dispatch document number. You can click on OK. Now 3 quantity I have received. Once it is product receipt is updated, the status will be changed to open order to received. Look at this one. The purchase order status will be changed to received. Now once it is received, if you verify on hand inventory, earlier it is 54, now it will become 57. Now it was became 57. Okay, next invoice. Generate invoice. So invoice form is opened. You need to enter the invoice number. Vendor will generate the invoice copy. That invoice copy you have received, that number you need to enter. And invoice date, it may be yesterday, or it may be today, or it may be day before yesterday. That date you can select, and then you can click on totals. The business people, what they will do, whatever the invoice copy received from the vendor, that copy and this postings, is it same or not, they will validate. So while doing this one, if it is any discounts applicable, any charges applicable, charges means either it may be a transportation charges, loading unloading charges, like that. Taxes, if it is any taxes applicable, I have not explained you, I will explain you all these things. Then what is the final amount? It is 2697. So for suppose we don't have any deviations, the same amount we have received. If it is any deviations, so then update match status, there is a deviation process we can verify from this update match status. So at this point it is passed. If it is failed or passed, what is the process, you will understand after some time. That is matching policies, invoice matching policies, you will understand later. Fine, everything is correct. Now I'm clicking on post button. I'm clicking on post button. Once it is posted, the financial postings will be updated. So now once it is posted, then here invoice tab, journals, invoice, and if you click on voucher, you can see the voucher. So at this point it is not showing anything, it will be blank. There is no voucher. So to update that voucher, in real time scenario it is not required, but it is taking some time to post that one. So general ledger, periodic tasks, subledger journal entry is not yet transferred. You will understand this one slowly. So you can click on transfer now. Transfer now. Then it will update here the voucher. So what is this? You will understand later. Okay. Now this is the financial postings. What was debited and what was credited, it will be there. So whenever you are learning this one, don't look at this ledger account numbers. Don't look at this one, because these numbers are you are configuring. Based on the configuration, it will come. But you need to remember the posting type. The posting type is most important. Okay, because this number, if you map 140100, it will post to 140100. If you map 600100, it will post it to that account. Okay, this is you are going to map the ledger accounts. Okay, fine. So this is the posting types. I will discuss with you this one after a few minutes. Okay, so we understood about purchase order process and sales order process, high level inputs, but not in detail. Just give me 1 minute. Okay, understood? Any doubts in this? So if you want to understand in detail about purchase order process and sales order process are trade and logistics. One is purchase order form, another one is sales order form, next one is vendor account, customer account, and item master. These are the 5 forms you need to learn a lot. These are the 5 forms you need to learn a lot. Okay, just I have introduced about the sales order process, purchase order process. Now let us understand about item master in logistics, trade and logistics, item master.
Hello.
Okay, yes, please.
Yeah. Hi, Satya. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
In purchase process earlier, you went to the tab totals, right?
Yeah.
What is the main difference between charges and discounts? We had a lot of options there about charges and
Yeah.
discounts. So what's the difference?
So discount means actually like on invoice he may give discounts. Charges means transportation charges, loading unloading charges, insurance charges, like a fee, those are charges. So majorly whenever you are receiving material from the vendor means there should be a transporter should be arranged, am I right? Or at least some
Okay.
courier charges. So those charges are charges. Discounts means you are getting some discount amount, like 20,000 is the invoice, but he is giving 1,000 rupees as a discount. That is a deduction.
Okay.
Okay, definitely we are going to discuss on those things like discounts, charges, and taxes. You need to learn a lot.
Okay. Fine.
This
Thank you.
each one is a different topic. I need to explain you a lot. In this also there is trade agreements available.
Okay.
And there is purchase agreements. There are so many things you need to learn. And charges also there is a big subject, a lot. It is more than 1.5 hour session. And taxes you need to understand. This is a part of finance. This is a part of finance. Discounts is a part of logistics, trade and logistics, you will understand. Charges is a both finance and T&L should be learned. Of course, this is a part of finance, but I will teach to both finance and T&L team, trade and logistics team, whether you are joining for only trade and logistics or only finance. I will explain you. I will explain you both batches, charges, but taxes is a part of finance. Taxes is a part of finance. So T&L consultant will not learn this topic. This topic will not be learned by finance department, finance team. It will be explained to trade and logistics. team. This is actually finance, but I will teach to both finance and T&L team, and this I will teach to finance. Okay, these are upcoming topics we need to discuss. Fine. Item master. Now slowly we are understanding item master. So last Friday I have given like explanation about little bit about this item master. If you want to create an item master, we need to have storage dimension group, tracking dimension group, product dimension group, item group, item model group, inventory unit, purchase unit, sales unit. These are 8 mandatory fields you need to understand. So storage dimension group, it is site, warehouse, location, license plate or pallet, inventory status. These are the 5 dimensions. Inventory dimensions is a part of storage dimension group. Next, tracking dimension group. Here batch number, serial number, owner is a tracking dimension group. And product dimension group means color, size, style, configuration. These are product dimension group. So all these are inventory dimensions. So if anyone is asking like what is inventory dimensions means, inventory dimensions are classified into 3. One is storage dimension group, next one is tracking dimension group, next one is product dimension group. In storage dimension group, it is site, warehouse, location, license plate or pallet, and then inventory status. Tracking dimension group means batch number, serial number, owner. Product dimension group means color, size, style, configuration. So if you want to become a like a trade and logistics consultant, then without learning this one, or if you are attending interview, it is must. What are the mandatory fields if you want to create an item master? This question, and what are the inventory dimensions available? If you are not able to answer this question, means you will not be in the like trace to, you will not be, you cannot get a job without this knowledge. Means without giving clarifications or answering this question, you cannot get a job. This is mandatory question in any interview. Okay, so what is this storage dimension group, tracking dimension group, product dimension group? Storage means where we are keeping the material. Storage dimension means where we kept the material, that is storage dimension group. So warehouse means, let me open this notepad, let me explain you about all these things. Now storage dimension group means storage dimension group. Here site, warehouse, location, inventory status or pallet, then license plate or pallet, or inventory status, then next inventory status. So what are these things? Let us understand. So warehouse means the actual place where your organization is running. Take the example, in Hyderabad, I have one warehouse in Dilshuk Nagar, another warehouse is in Amirpet, another warehouse is in Miapur or Chandanagar. Those are warehouses. Warehouse means the actual place or the address of the location or place where you are keeping the material. This is warehouse. Then what is this site? Site means it's not physical, it may not be a physical existence, it is virtual, or it may be physical also. Site means it is Hyderabad is a site. Hyderabad is a site. In Hyderabad, I have 3 warehouses. One is Dilshuk Nagar warehouse, another one is Amirpet warehouse, another one is Chandanagar warehouse. So this is the warehouse where we keep the material in the exact place or the address of the warehouse. So site is, it may be Hyderabad or it may be Telangana. Telangana is a site. Under that site, Telangana site, I can create warehouses. So under one site, it may be multiple warehouses. At least one warehouse you need to create. At least one warehouse you need to create. So site may be Hyderabad is one site, or Telangana is one site, or whatever the way you want, you can do it. But warehouse is the actual place of the organization. The material was kept. Then what is this location means? What is this location means? Inside warehouse, it may be a one room, specific room. That is location. Okay, there are, the location is a small, not a small word. Location is a very, very big word. It is a very, very vast word. For that, there are so many things. If you want to understand location in advanced warehouse management, there is a big subject. Okay, for time being, try to understand under this warehouse. Under this warehouse, this is a one room. Room 1, room 2, room 3 for time being, but there is a lot of inside location, lot of information warehouse. Next one is pallet or license plate means. Pallet or license plate means, let me show you. These are pallets or license plate. So if you want to move the material from one location to another location, suppose washing machines. So you are manufacturing washing machines. Then I need to move the washing machines from one warehouse, one area to another area within the warehouse. That is one location to another location, one room to another room. Then you cannot move with hands. If you are moving with your hands, there is a chance of damage. Then I will move the material from one location to another location within my warehouse using this forklift operator. Okay, this is more about advanced warehouse management. Okay, next, inventory status means whether it is a good or bad, I mean to say repair item kind of thing. Okay, give me 1 second. Fine. So license plate and then inventory status. Inventory status means whether the item is in good shape or repair or any condition, then we can map this setup and this one. So this two, license plate and then inventory status, is more about advanced warehouse management module. Okay, slowly you will understand all those things, but this is in detail I will not explain you about these things because advanced warehouse management is a separate module. There are so many setups. High level inputs I will give you, but not in detail. Okay, fine. So these are all are discussing about storage. These all fields or dimensions, inventory dimensions, are discussing about storage of the item. The storage of the item, that is the reason it is storage dimension group. Under one site there may be warehouses. Under warehouse there are multiple locations, and then we have license plate or pallet, and then inventory status. Understood? Any questions here? Any questions? Storage dimension group. I hope it is a little bit clear. So if you have any questions, please unmute and discuss. So actually whenever you are discussing about this one, you need to understand, like in D365, in Dynamics 365 F&O application, we have 5 fields. Okay, so palette or license plate are same. Now here it is license plate. These are 5 fields or 5 inventory dimensions are available. Whereas the previous version AX 2012 R3, the previous version, in this version we have 6 fields. This is different and this is different. License plate is different and palette ID is different in the previous version 2012 R3. So what exactly means? Give me a second. So let me copy this one. This is the sequence steps. So if you are looking for a change, job change, you need to understand all these things. Okay. So in AX 2012 R2, in AX 2012 R2, only 4 dimensions are available. In AX 2012 R2, what are the inventory dimensions? Storage dimension group means site, warehouse, location, and then pallet ID. These are the 4 dimensions available in AX 2012. In AX 2012, there are 4. Okay, in AX 2012 R3, there are 6. Site, warehouse, location, pallet ID, license plate, inventory status. There are 6 fields available. In D365, it is only 5. Because you need to be very much clearly understand, like the difference between 3 versions. In Dynamics 365 F&O application, in this we have only 5. Site, warehouse, location, pallet ID was deprecated, it was available license plate, inventory status. Okay, what do you mean by like this actually? So in this we have only site, warehouse, location, pallet ID. In this pallet ID means if you want to move the material from one location to another location, then there is a functionality called pallet ID functionality. That functionality is little bit rigid process. So little bit complex to understand. So that is the reason Microsoft has purchased a application. It was not acquired, it was purchased an application, Advanced Warehouse Management. This was developed by a company called Blue Horseshoe. Blue Horseshoe is a company. It was developed by this application, third-party ISV, but it was purchased by Microsoft and it was merged in AX 2012. That means if you go to application and if you go to here, there is two modules, warehouse management and transportation management. These two modules are not exist in 2012 R2. It is not exist. It was purchased by Microsoft from this Blue Horseshoe company and it was merged. So license plate and pallet ID is the same feature, but this functionality is different and this functionality is different. So Microsoft clearly informed this is going to be deprecated in the next version. That's why this is deprecated in the D365. So this application is even though it is available in AX2012 R3, you can use either pallet ID or license plate. You cannot use both. Suppose you are running your business in AX2012 R1 or R2 and you are upgrading from R1 to R3 or R2 to R3, then Microsoft suggested to proceed with this one. If you are implementing freshly in AX2012 R3, then they have suggested to start using this function, because the functionality or the actual action is same in terms of pallet ID and license plate, but this process is a little bit complex to understand. It is available in the AX 2009 also, but it is not that much user friendly. So this is very user friendly when compared with pallet ID. So that is the reason it was deprecated in D365. Now it is license plate only. Understood? Any questions here? These two are introduced in advanced warehouse management and transportation management. Okay, these two are different modules. And along with this one, now recently in 10.0.17, the latest version of 5-6 months back, latest version, it was introduced. Landed cost is another module. Okay, on top of this advanced warehouse management. Okay, fine. Any doubts here till now? Storage dimension group means each version has different fields: site, warehouse, location, license plate, inventory status.
Satya, what are the capabilities of pallet ID and license plate?
Both are same. Moving the material from one location to another location is the action will be done by using this license plate. Using this license plate can be moved the material from one location to another location.
Right, but in D365, they
Yeah.
have discontinued pallet ID. They have only
Yes.
kept license plate. So what is
Yeah.
that license plate can give additionally than pallet ID?
So this pallet ID functionality is complex to do in the system. That is the reason it was deprecated. So to be frankly, I too don't know much about this pallet ID functionality. The process inside is complex. The process inside is complex, rigid process. So little bit complex to understand the functionality. So I know a little bit high level, but not in depth about this one also. So anyhow, it is deprecated. That is the reason I have not concentrated on that area, and I focused on this area.
Okay, now let's say somebody has upgraded from R. Okay, they have started from 2012 R2. They were using pallet ID. Now they have not upgraded using license plate after upgrading to R3. Because
Yeah.
Microsoft suggested that you continue with pallet ID. After D365, there is no pallet ID. So how will
Yes.
this migration
So
happen?
it is most probably I am not the right person to discuss on that one. It is upgradation point, but most probably it is a re-implementation, because that functionality itself is not exist. It is if you are using already pallet ID, then if you are upgrading to this one means it is a re-implementation. It is
Okay.
not that so simple to upgrade.
All right.
Hi,
Yes,
hi,
please.
hi, Mr. Satya.
Yeah.
That my one question is site, warehouse, location, and inventory status. We understood. But my
Yeah.
question is license valid.
Hmm.
I think so many business houses are not using license valid for their inventory. Part of picture you have shown. So in that case, that is mandatory or optional?
So this is optional. These all are optional.
Okay.
Site and warehouse is mandatory, and these are all are optional. Whether you want to use it, you can use it. Otherwise, you can skip it. It is not mandatory.
Okay. Thank you.
So majority companies, they will use simply site and warehouse. If you want to track inside warehouse how it is moving from one location to another location with this one, then it is required. So if you are using really the pallets, as I told you, if you are using these functions, then you can use this advanced warehouse management, transportation management, all those things. Otherwise, not required. So every company, suppose I told you a simple example like I'm running my business electronic items. So for that, it is not required on these things. All these things it is not required. Then I will not use this one. I will not use this one. Okay, fine. So this is about storage dimension group. Next, tracking dimension group. Let us understand. So tracking dimension group means here batch number, serial number. Batch number and serial number. Okay, in AX 2012, all versions, these are the two dimensions will be found. Whereas in D365, F&O application, you will find batch number, serial number. Along with this one more added, owner. Owner is a new field, it was introduced. So what is this owner? You will understand later. So why the name it is tracking means, suppose if you purchase a laptop in olden days, 15 years back, 20 years back, they will give you one warranty card, guarantee, warranty card, something. But nowadays, no one is giving any number. The reason behind, it can be tracked. It can be tracked with the serial number or batch number from where it was purchased to whom it was sold. This tracking dimension group means from where I have purchased and to whom I sold, I can track with this serial number or batch number. So the major difference between batch number and serial number means batch number may have multiple items with the same number, one batch. But whereas serial number is unique, majority cases, it will be unique and it will not be duplicate. So I can track the material from which vendor I have purchased and to which customer I have sold. I can track easily. That is the reason it was given as a batch number and serial number. And owner is, even though it is not, I'm not the owner of this item, the vendor can place material in my premises. Vendor can place the material in my premises, that is owner. So that I will explain you later on in detail what is this owner. Okay, these all are tracking dimension group. These all are tracking dimension group. Next, product dimension group. Product dimension group. In this, we have color, size, style, and configuration. So colors we know, like blue, red, green, like whenever you are purchasing pants, shirts, or shoes, whatever it may be, color we know. Size we know, like 42 size, 40 size, like medium, large, XL, double XL. Style means sleeveless, sleeves, round neck, collar, or full hands, half hands. All those things we know. But configuration is a very, very big subject. Configuration is a very, very big subject. It is leads to a production a lot. It leads to production a lot. You can configure an item. Just I will give you one example. Like suppose if you are planning to purchase a car, you can go to showroom and you can purchase. You can order an order. You can give an order for a car. If you are planning to purchase a bike, you can give an order to the if you can go to the showroom and you can give an order for bike, and you can purchase maybe in 2 days, maybe 1 day, or maybe within the immediately, or maybe 1 week, something. But whereas if you want to purchase lift, or if you want to purchase escalator, if you want to purchase an escalator, if you want to purchase a lift, can you go to any showroom and can you purchase? No. What you have to do, you have to specify, you have to go to one manufacturing company and you have to specify your dimensions, what it means, what is the width, what is the depth, what is the height. Based on apartment size, apartment requirement, they will construct an item, that is configuration. You will readily will not be available if it is a like escalator. Suppose if you want an escalator, escalator will not be available readily to purchase. You need to give an order, advance amount, then he will build as per your requirements. What is the slope? So based on many parameters, it will be constructed. That is configuration. In this also, actually, there is a rule-based configuration. Rule-based configuration, and another one is constraint-based configuration. There are two terms: rule-based configuration and constraint-based configuration. So this is available, rule-based configuration. This is available in the previous versions, and I mean to say AX 2012 and previous versions also. Means AX 2009 and earlier version 4.0, 3.0, all these versions it is available. Rule-based configuration. Now this is available in AX 2012 and later versions. Means in D365 it is available. This was deprecated in D365. Once again, in this there are few options. There are few options, whereas in this one there are more options. So this product builder rule-based configuration means one module called product builder is a module, a submodule in AX 2009 and previous versions also in AX 2012 also. This product builder is merged in 2012 as in this product information management. Okay, if you go to application, if you go to product information management in 2012, you will find one module called product builder inside. Actually, earlier in AX 2009, product builder is just one module. In AX 2009 and previous versions, product builder is a one module that is subset of product information management in 2012, and it was deprecated in D365. So a rule based configuration is removed in 2012, sorry, in D365. So the major changes is pallet ID functionality was deprecated and replaced with the license plate. Pallet ID was deprecated. It is a very, very big function. It was deprecated and it was replaced with the license plate. And in the same manner, in this product builder or rule based configuration functionality was completely deprecated in D365 and it was replaced with the constraint based configuration. So I will give you high level inputs about this constraint based configuration. This is more about production. Or if you want to configure an item, it is required constraint based configuration. Like as I told you, whenever you are purchasing as like unique items like escalators, home theater systems, lifts, then this is required. You need to build a lot. Okay, in detail, little bit more details I will give you about this one. If you want to learn those things, it is you need to understand a little bit manufacturing also, means it is leads to manufacturing process. So now product dimension group. So simply you need to remember all these things: storage dimension group, tracking dimension group, product dimension group. In the under this storage dimension group, you will find site, warehouse, location, license plate, pallet, inventory status. Tracking dimension group means batch number, serial number, owner, and product dimension group means color, size, style, configuration. Okay, fine. This is about inventory dimensions. And just one small update. So tomorrow onwards, it will be difference. I mean, say it will be separated. P&L will have separate session. Finance will have separate session. Okay, so you will get two different links: 6 to 7 AM IST. It is trade and logistics. And 7 to 8, it is finance. Separate link you will get, finance link. This is a separate link. Go to meeting link will be shared separately, these two. Okay, whoever is interested, you can join. Both will be shared with you. Both links will be shared with you. You can join based on your interest. Okay, fine. So I think you need to pay fee to institute. Okay, so you need to pay fee. Okay, whoever is my students, my direct students, they will pay to me. Whoever is institute, through institute, they whoever joined, please pay fee to the institute. Okay, fine, no issues. Understood about this inventory dimensions? Any questions here? Any confusion? Any questions? I know it is first time you are listening all these words, little bit complex, but you will understand. You will be habituated to these words slowly. Fine. Now let us go to finance topic. Let us go to finance. So this is whatever we have discussed, majorly trade and logistics topic. Now coming to finance. So if you want to understand finance, simplest two words you need to be very much clear: debit and credit. These two words, if you are clear, you will understand finance. Otherwise complex. Debit means positive, credit means negative. Debit means positive, credit means negative. Means debit means, examples, you have a bank account, it is a debit. You have a home, it is a debit. You have a laptop, it is debit amount. Whatever you have, these are debits. These are called also assets. These all are assets. And negative means, credit means, I have home loan, I need to pay car loan, home loan, car loan, etc. So debit means your money, your money. Credit means you need to pay. Okay, now the golden rules we'll discuss. It is in golden rules in commerce. Golden rules are there. Personal means debit the receiver, credit the giver. Is personal accounts. Okay, what it means, in olden days we don't have ERP. 20 years back, of course, like there are many ERPs in the market, but 20 years back there is very few ERPs are available. Of course, SAP is available 20 years back. Very few ERPs are there. At that time in India, particularly in India, it is manual writing. In your books, manual books will be maintained. Then at that time they are maintaining this one: debit the receiver, credit the giver. Debit the receiver and credit the giver. The receiver and credit the giver means, the receiver means customers, from customers I will receive money. From the customer I will receive money. So initially customer account will be debited, because I need to receive money from the customer. I need to receive money from the customer. So in olden days, in the books they will write from the customer. If it is I need to receive money from the customer, means it will be maintained as debit, because I need to receive money. This is money, my material, I have sold material to the customer, so I'm going to receive money from the customer. Debit the, like credit the giver means vendor. It is credit, because against received material I need to pay money. I need to pay money. That is the reason it is vendors are credit. That is the reason vendors are called creditors. These are called debitors or debtors. B is silent. This is personal account. These are personal accounts. Means in olden days you will write in books. You will write in books. So debits will be written like left side, and credits will be written in the right side. Means suppose I'm writing some like Ramesh Electronics, I need to receive money. Then I will enter here in my books like 500 debit. Suppose this is a customers, and another vendor is John Enterprises. I need to pay money. Then I will write like here 1000 credit. So debits will be written in the first and credit will be written like this. This is in manual books. In manual books, they will be maintained like this. So this is one of the golden rule is debit the receiver, credit the giver. This is personal accounts. Okay, next one is, can anyone explain golden rules?
Then real account, then nominal account.
Yeah, real accounts and nominal accounts. Real accounts,
What comes in, what goes out.
debit means what comes in, credit means what goes out. And nominal accounts, debit the expenses,
Credit income, maintenance.
and losses, credit the incomes, gains. Okay, these are golden rules. Okay, for non-commerce people, don't worry, all these things are, if you by heart, that is enough. If you are looking for a job, you can by heart it. And now you need to remember this is enough. I will explain you one by one. Look at this one here. Debit means what comes in, credit means what goes out. Here from the customer I am going to receive money. So this is for only manual books. So forget about this one, it is not required for you, no need to remember this one. This is correct, but no need to remember. What comes in from customer, I am going to receive money. This is ERP concept and this is manual books. Okay, real accounts means here debit means what comes in, credit means what goes out. From the customer I am going to receive money, so all customers are debtors. And from the to the vendors I need to pay money, what goes out. But this behavior is quite opposite in this. It is expenses and losses is debit. Here you are getting money, but here you are losing money. It is quite opposite. It is quite opposite. So you need to apply this rule for balance sheet. This you need to apply for balance sheet. This you need to apply for income statement or profit and loss account or income statement. You need to apply this rule for income statement or profit and loss account, and you need to apply this one for balance sheet items. So this is, if you are clear, you understand commerce. Only this rule. This is anyhow for personal books. If you are maintaining manual books, then you need to understand personal accounts. It is not required, leave it. If you remember, if you are applying, that is fine, it is not required, but you need to remember this too. It is, suppose from the customer I am going to receive money, it is debit, but here you are losing money, then it is a debit. So the reason behind balance sheet plus profit and loss account equal to 0 always. The sum of balance sheet plus profit and loss account should be 0. Here the income or amount receiving from the customer is debit, but here it is credit, the income. In this, it is balance sheet side, assets are positive. But whereas in the profit and loss account, gains are positive. Gain or income is positive. Means, sorry, here actually in this negative will be there, but more negative should be your income. So in balance sheet side, you need to have more positive. In P&L side, you need to have more negative. Then only your company is in a profitable position. Balance sheet side, you need to have more positive, and P&L side, you need to have more negative, gain or income. Then only your company is in a good shape. I mean to say, a profitable situation, healthy condition. This is healthy state. Okay, don't worry on this one. All these things I will discuss with you at least 1 week, 10 days repeatedly, so that you can understand all these things. If your company is in healthy state means in balance sheet side you need to have more positive, in P&L side you need to have more negative. Then only it is in healthy condition. If it is quite opposite, bad status. It is quite opposite. Liabilities more, or expenses oblique losses. If it is more, then it is a bad situation. Your company is in a bad condition. So look at this one. Here it should be positive, here it should be negative. P&L side, quite opposite. Then only your company is in a good shape. Now, what is this balance sheet? What is this P&L? Let us understand. Okay. So I know, like, little bit complex. If you are today, whatever I'm explaining the entire commerce subject. The entire commerce subject related to ERP, whatever you need to gain, that knowledge I'm delivering. So don't worry if you are non-commerce background person. If you are a non-commerce background guy, you'll understand this one. At least 1 week, 10 days, I will discuss with you the same concept. Okay. Yeah. Anyone has any questions in between? Yes, please.
Yeah, here in bad status, liabilities, how come it will be positive?
It is wrong, minus, and this is positive.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, there is typo mistake. It was not updated. Yeah, this is correct. You are right.
Okay.
Okay, liabilities negative and expenses positive. Thank you. Fine. So if it is in this situation, it is in a bad shape. Okay, fine. Chart of accounts is classified into balance sheet and profit and loss account. So 1 asset, 2 liability, 3 equity. Actually, equity is not a part as per the commerce. As per the commerce, it is only 2 assets and liabilities. But equities is a subset of liability. Equities is a subset of liability. Equity means here investors. Investors. So as per the commerce, assets and liability only. Balance sheet means assets and liability. But in as per in Dynamics F&O, we have another criteria, equity. That is, equity is a part of liability actually as per the commerce, but in our system it is equity is also there. So balance sheet is classified into assets, liabilities and equities. Assets, liabilities and equities. And profit and loss account statement means actually it is only two, expenses and income, only two, expenses and income. But as per the Microsoft, it was provided classification as per the best practices. It was provided like sales revenue, 5 purchase expenses or cost of goods, 6 expenses, 7 other incomes, 8 appropriation. This is chart of accounts classification. Chart of accounts are classified into balance sheet and profit and loss account, and further classified into assets, liabilities, equities, sales revenue, purchase expenses, expenses, other income and appropriation. So the entire commerce subject, what you have learned, those things I have explained in a simplest way with these words. So if you are clear about these 3 sets, one is real account and nominal accounts, and this healthy state and bad state, and chart of accounts classification, if you know, if you are understand this one, you understood entire commerce. You understood entire commerce. Of course, okay, this is looks like first time whoever is listening, it is looks like Chinese language. I know. So what is these words? Okay, don't worry on this one. I will make sure you are going to learn all these things. I will repeat this session like a TV serial. In TV serials, it will show you like what happened in the last 1 week, 10 days, like what is today and what is going to be happen. So TV serial. In the same manner, I will discuss with you these things repeatedly. Every day I will discuss with you so that you will get confident on this topic. If you learn this one, you learn commerce. If you learn commerce, you can become a finance consultant. So there are so many things apart from this one. If you want to become an accountant, you need to learn commerce a lot. But you are not going to become an accountant, you are going to become a finance consultant only. If you want to become a finance consultant, this is more enough. If you are clear about this process, and on top of that, I will give you some more small topics I will discuss. So if you are clear about these things, you can understand easily. Okay, so don't worry, I will repeat this session most probably at least to 10-15 days. I will discuss with you on this one. Every day I will discuss. So in whenever I'm providing classroom sessions, if students are not getting clarity, I have given imposition also many times, because I will behave like a teacher here, not a lecturer. Okay, but because of this online sessions, I'm not going to give you a kind of punishment for imposition something, right? 5 times, 10 times. So I have given sometimes imposition also in sometimes. Nowadays it is not. Okay, so this, if you are clear, you can understand easily. It is not a rocket science, it is not a complex functionality. Only in your mind it should be clear about debit and credit. Debit means your assets, liability means it is credits means liabilities, means whatever the amounts you need to pay or repay to the different organizations or different persons. Okay, fine. All these are commerce. Okay, Now coming to dynamics, if it is, this is actually, this chart of accounts classification is dynamics proposed this one. For understanding, better understanding, I told you like one means asset, two means liability. Okay, in this manner only you need to learn. But in the implementation, this may not be, one may be expenses, two may be income, it may be different. Okay, it may be different, but for learning purpose you need to remember like this only. What do you mean by like this? Suppose you are learning car driving in India. You are learning car driving in India. So left turn is free. Left turn is free. Okay. If you are learning the same in Dubai, then their right turn is free because they are following US rules. Right turn is free. So if you learn in India for 2 days and you learned in Dubai 2 days, once again coming back to India 2 days, and in once again Dubai 2 days, it will confuse your mind a lot. Agree with me? The car steering in India, it will be right side and you can turn like a free left, but whereas in Dubai it is free right turn. So you need to learn one way, either it is a maybe a left turn or right turn. Means you need to learn in India or you need to learn in Dubai, either one only. Once you are confident, once you got trained on car driving, then you can go to any country and you can try, you can drive this car whatever the way it is there. Okay, in the same manner here, this is not a thumb rule, this is best practices. Dynamics best practice. So Microsoft proposed this. Microsoft Dynamics best practice is, one is assets, two liability, three equity, four sales revenue, five purchase expenses cost of goods, six expenses, seven other incomes, eight appropriation. This is best practice but not a thumb rule. But whereas this one is a rule, commerce rules. These three are commerce rules. Sorry, not this one, this one. Personal accounts, real accounts, nominal accounts, golden rules as per the commerce. But this is best practices. If client is using, one is expenses, yes, they can use it. So you're telling like 1 2 3, what is this? Let me show you in the system. Give me a second, let me close this one because it was so much time I have not opened this application, then it will be slow down. It is better to close and open the application freshly, then it will be a little bit faster. So from tomorrow onwards, T&L and finance separate session, so you can join for both, no problem. It will be shared with you both links, finance link and T&L link. Give me a second, it is loading now. Okay, it's loaded now. So if you go to general ledger module, collapse all, chart of accounts, chart of accounts, so I'm going to here shared chart of accounts. Look at this one. One series is assets. 110, 110, 110, 115. These are ledger accounts or main accounts. Ledger accounts or main accounts. One series is asset. Next, if you scroll down slowly, one series there are so many assets. Next, two series it is liability. Two series is liability. Next one is, look at this one, three series. After completion of two series, if you observe three series, it is equity. Three series is equity. Next, four series is revenue. Actually, this is sales revenue, because through sales we are getting revenue, that is sales revenue. Four series is sales revenue. And next, five series, it is expenses. It is purchase expenses or cost of goods. Five series is purchase expenses or cost of goods. Next, six series, it is normal expenses. So what is this expenses, you will understand slowly. And seven series, after six series is there will be so many ledger accounts in six series, but in seven series it is very few other incomes. Seven series is other revenue, other incomes, it is very few. Other than sales, if you are getting revenue, that is revenue. Other than like other income or other revenue. Okay. Next, eight series is appropriation. In eight series there are mix of many things. In eight series there are mix of many things. It is mix of many things. Eight series. Okay. So this is not a thumb rule. This is best practice. Microsoft is following this one. Okay, fine. Any confusion, anything? I hope it is clear. Now,
But here, but when we go to the organization, it's depending upon the implementation, what things they have selected for the various set of accounts, right?
yes, so accountants, as per the accountants request, you can configure, but you can propose this as a best practice.
Okay.
I will tell you one scenario. Whenever I am implementing in Malaysia, Singapore, Thailand, so all these three companies are following different chart of accounts. One company is following different chart of accounts. Singapore company is following different chart of accounts. Malaysia company is following different chart of accounts. Thailand company has different chart of accounts. Then there is a clash between themselves internally. Why I need to use? You need to follow my chart of accounts. And these people are telling like, no, you need to follow my chart of accounts. Then I told you, I proposed like, this is Microsoft proposed best practices. You can follow this one. Then they agreed. They have changed their numbering. Okay.
But the global company, they have to follow the same set of accounts for all the countries.
It's not mandatory. but if for the consolidation process, it is best practice. So each company, each country will have different chart of accounts. So if you look at this one, Brazil is following the different chart of accounts. It is toughest taxation in differently, Brazil,
Oh,
and Chinese are following differently, and French people are following differently. You can follow, but try to use same set of chart of accounts if it is possible. Suppose I have companies in India and Singapore, I can convince my accountants to use same set of chart of accounts so that consolidation will become easy. If it is really different, definitely you need to follow differently. Look at this one. Different country is following differently. And
okay.
Mexico
Do
is
you
following.
have
Yes, please.
country set of accounts? Different set of accounts?
Different chart of accounts can be created in different countries.
But how about the consultation? How the consultations
I
happen? If that is
will
okay.
explain you those things and the consultation process.
Okay.
We have
Thank
one of
you.
the topic. Yeah. So because as I told you, like one of the topic, it is I need to explain you about consolidation process is one of the module. At that time, I will give you more details about consolidation.
Thank you.
But it is better to have same set of chart of accounts so that it will be easy. Yes, please. Someone else is speaking something.
Satya,
Yeah.
actually, this confines to the famous rule asset equal to capital plus liability plus revenue minus expenses. Am I right? This is the universal rule that is it falling into. Am I right?
Yeah. Tell me once again. Asset.
Assets equal to
Hmm?
capital or equity
Hmm? Hmm.
plus liability
Okay.
plus
Hmm.
plus liability
Hmm.
plus
Hmm.
revenue minus expenses.
It is. So you are coming to a net profit.
Yes.
So that
Assets
is not.
whatever be.
Yeah. Yeah. Hmm.
See, whatever be the your capital
So
will be end of the day capital will be converted into asset. Your
actually,
liability will be
yeah. So you okay? This is fine. You are deriving like this. 1 second.
this you make it as a bracket. Revenue minus expense is a bracket.
I will make like this is equal to. So this, if you are making this is purely you are talking about commerce, am I right?
Yes,
Commerce
exactly.
circle. So this we'll discuss this one later, but don't make confusion to remaining people. Definitely, if you want, we'll discuss this one separately.
Okay,
But
okay.
here, this is very much clear. Like total balance sheet and income statement should be equal to 0. Agree with me?
Yeah, exactly.
So if you are making this formula, yes, you can define from left side to right side to left side, because always assets plus liability plus expenses plus income should be equal to 0.
Exactly.
This is trial balance.
Yes.
So you can define whatever the way format you can define. The total sum of this amount should be 0 always.
Okay.
Okay. If you are like making this scenario, you can define, but that is for commerce knowledge. If you have good commerce knowledge, definitely we'll discuss that one separately. But this is the
Okay.
best practice. You can easily
Okay.
understand.
Okay.
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 Fine.
No, why I shared is the way you explain the chart of accounts.
Ah,
It seems falling in the same equation. That's why I
Yeah, it's same equation, but this will be easy to digest.
Yes, exactly.
So if you are making that formula, that is, if you are a mathematics guy, definitely I'm a mathematics lover, so I can play with whatever the way I want. But because in the training sessions, I need to focus on 80% people mindset.
Okay.
That is the reason I have taken like this. Okay.
Yeah, sure. I'm just sharing.
Yeah, fine, that's fine.
Yeah, what is appropriation? I mean, like
So
just understanding.
to arrive net profit. To arrive net profit, we need to do a lot of calculations. So in this, what will be there means it is suppose suppose take the example realized gain, realized loss, unrealized gain, unrealized loss. This is in ERP, you need to map these things in the appropriation. What is this? I will explain you. Whenever you are doing foreign currency revaluation, FCR, you need to map all these things.
Okay, any example?
This is like if you are importing material, if you are exporting material, then exchange rate will be changed, US dollars versus INR and those things, am I right?
Yeah.
Because of that, your company is fluctuating, profit and loss. Agree with me?
Okay.
Those can be recorded in the system in these appropriations.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks.
Okay, we'll discuss definitely in detail later on. Definitely. Okay.
Sure.
Fine.
Thank you.
I have one point, sorry, to ask.
Yeah.
Are we going to cover the GRA reclassification also?
Yes, definitely it is required. So I have explained, like at the time of product receipt, I have explained there is no financial postings, only on-hand inventory. Here there is temporary postings. I need to enhance your knowledge.
Okay. I just want to know whether we are going to cover or not.
Definitely, temporary postings will be there. What is this temporary postings? What is this GRIR? I need to explain you.
Okay, thank you so much.
This is one of the topic. Okay, it will be covered later on.
Okay, thanks.
Fine. So because the thing is, like whenever I'm teaching, I'm starting with the only small point, and I will enhance your knowledge day by day with the same topic. I will repeat the session. So the purchase order, sales order, you are going to learn at least 1 week, more than a week, or almost 10 days. You are going to learn a lot. Okay, fine. So any more questions till now?
Yeah, Satya, this is Ganesh.
Yes, please, Ganesh.
Actually, last week you have given one link now for practice purpose.
Okay.
I just tried that link, but I can't be able to log into the trial version, even though after entering the mail ID and everything.
Okay, so for that I can give you like I can give you that access, and I can ask you to share your screen, and I can help you on that one later on, not now. Okay, wait for 2-3 days. I will because if you have any technical problems, you can share with me. I will give you clarifications, but not now. At least 2-3 days. Okay.
Satya.
Yeah. Yes, please.
Yeah, shall I contact with you after 2 to 3 days during the session itself?
Definitely. Yeah. In the session only, I will give you clarifications, but not now. Give me 2-3 days time. Then we'll discuss. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Someone else is speaking.
Yeah, Satya, it's regarding this trial, that is trial version. We have to follow the instruction what is has been given there.
Yes, exactly. Simple. That is
However, whatever information they are, all the process they have mentioned, that is while launching the VM, they have given some conditions. What are the conditions we have to follow? The same thing we have to follow because I have been using for that for 2 days. That's why I'm sharing this information.
Yeah, exactly. So it is simple, and you are able to access them, right?
Yeah, I used it.
Yeah,
The only thing is the system was very slow. That was very slow, and only 4 hours duration is given.
yeah, exactly.
In completing the one purchase order, the time will elapse.
Yeah, exactly. It is a trial version. That is the reason it is better to configure in your own system. Otherwise, you can use temporarily for time being.
I'm just sharing to the person who was speaking about that. Just ask
Yeah,
him to follow the steps what is being mentioned out there.
sure. We'll discuss definitely, because not only that one, whenever you are practicing, you will get some errors. So if you
Yes.
take the screenshot and send me in the WhatsApp group, because in WhatsApp group will be created for
Okay.
whoever is going to pay fee, and those people are in the WhatsApp group will be there. So if
Okay.
you take a screenshot and if you share with me, we'll discuss in the sessions.
Sure, definitely. Sure,
Okay?
definitely. This is the point I want to discuss. Anyhow, you open this topic. We want to share some WhatsApp group so that whatever doubts we can rectify.
Yes.
Thank you, Satya.
Okay. You're welcome. So I'm stopping here for today. We'll connect once again tomorrow. You will get 2 different links for T&L separately, finance separately. Okay. See you all.
Yeah.